Is good? What is good? Blackout, Gabriel. We in the building right now. Double talking. I hear myself over the airwaves, so I know it sounds good. You already know what it is. It's the What We Talking About podcast every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Facebook and YouTube, and then it's just syndicated all across the globe. We got Germany in the building. Shout out to y'all. We got Ohio in the building. We got Canada in the building. We got Guadalupe in the building. So shout out to, WAP the Music, Cuzzo FM. We got Culture Shock Radio and Tattoo Shop Radio. Shout out to those entities. Shout out to the Village, the Global Network in the building. Senior G, it was good to see my boy. And without further ado, my man coming to the microphone for the first time tonight. Blackout, what it do, baby? Words like that.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
What's up? What's up, bro?
I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah, I was feeling very 1988ish. You know what I'm saying? Had to do that one time for the motherland.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
I feel you. Black, another week in the books, baby, man. How was your week?
Is it summertime yet?
Nah,
yeah, I'm just sick of weather, bro. Like, I feel like we've been in winter for a long time. We've been in fake winter. Like, it's been cold, but no snow. Now that it's spring, you want to snow all the time and just not give me my sun.
Doing weird things like knocking trees down onto my power lines and at the end of spring, at the end of our winter. What is that, man?
Very facts, bro.
I think it's an appropriate time, bro, to just say shout out to all the supporters. Shout out to everybody that tunes in when I share it. Shout out to everybody that talks good about this platform and this show and Voice of the Valley and all my peoples. It is so dope when you get to meet your heroes. Yo.
The heroes?
Yeah, I got to meet some podcast heroes of mine, man. I got to meet the one and only Chris Rodriguez, Mr. Catchwreck himself, and I got to meet Shad at the same time with my partner in the building. Super dope. So salute to those brothers. It was cool to meet the Rec Boys. You already know what it is with them every Wednesday 7 p.m. in the studio with the Rec Boys. But yeah, man, meeting them in person was cool, man. So I wanted to say shout out to that, salute to that, and keep that going out there, party people. There's nothing like actually shaking hands with somebody, sharing a drink physically, like in the same space together, because the energy's changed. The energy can get better. What online is it's almost like a facade. It's almost built for that. It has to be that way. When I met those two, it like solidified for me. Like yo, they're like my friends. Like not some corny shit, but like for real. Like these are actually my friends. You know what I mean? Like, and it makes it real for me. So salute to them, man. He said, F that call. I don't blame you, Chris.
Yeah, we saw certain non-New Yorkers wearing heavy layers on a very warm night. It didn't make any sense. Ain't pointing no fingers. Listen. But certain light-skinned people was up here being light-skinned. I ain't gonna say nothing though. Look, y'all see me pull up. You get my camera shit like that's the wrong fucking way. Hold on, let me get my shit right. Reverse it down there.
Yeah, it's like that. Yo, we ain't fucking with you. Nah, we ain't stopping you. We being real with it. Nah, Chris, it was super dope to meet you, bro. Glad everybody got home safely that night. I had a hell of a time. Shout out to Steve's Bar and Grill out there. Oh, I'm saying that right. But yeah, met the dude. He was cool there too, man. I got to meet the wifeys and all that. So that was super cool, man. Salute to everybody.
Can I say something before we start?
Yeah, go ahead. That's what I was hoping
I haven't seen Angie in like 7 years.
I know.
Big Angie, what's up?
Angie.
You got any peach rings? You know what I mean? Like, you ain't forgot about me, did you? Like, I need that.
You legit have not given Angie a hug in how long?
Yo, when's the last time I've been to the crib?
Was it in the crib that you last saw her? I really don't remember. That's how long it's been.
It's been a minute.
Because you haven't had to come by for the show in 2 years.
No, I've been by a couple times.
Yeah.
But it's been a minute. You're right. I got to get over there.
Yeah.
You gotta do better.
Plus, you got to meet Louis, bro.
Yeah, who's Louis? Is that your new your temporary dog?
yeah. Until Hazel kills him. I've just been handed. So the answer is no. She ain't forget you. Shout out to the peaches.
Right
the
there.
Haribo. The Haribo. That's how you say that. Shout out to Angie, super duper big Angie. She in the building. We lose viewership when we do shit like that. I don't know why. I don't know why they tune out when we do shit like that. Anyway, over the weekend also transpired the deciding games to see who was going to be in the Final Four for March Madness. So that was kind of cool.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound really haterish about what's happening in men's basketball right now. Can I get 30 seconds?
Talk about it.
So you think you want Cinderellas to play because you're like, oh, this is interesting. Who's gonna win? Mm-hmm. But I looked at the Final Four lineup and I was like, this dirt. Like, like if Florida Atlantic wins the championship, I feel like the whole tournament is invalidated. And I get that they won, like they winning to keep going, but it feels like Carolina can beat them and they didn't get in. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean that's always been the nature of basketball, though.
To an extent, but it's not like nobody ever really came from left field and won it. Like people make runs, and that's interesting. But the whole tournament is just upside down, bro. Like
for real,
the Final Four is weirdos and UConn.
Yeah, man.
Yo, that's weird, bro.
Is that who's gonna take it, UConn?
I mean, Florida Atlantic look like they not for play. They really look like they not for play, and I don't get it because they tallest dude is like 6'4". So like
hustle.
What is y'all? Yeah, hustle. Like they outworking niggas. So I don't know. It's just it hasn't been interesting, bro. It's interesting, like the see like a Cinderella or two make it, but watching all these other teams just kind of fold just feels off.
No, I know. Yeah. Shout out to Chris Pulitz in the building. What's up, good sir? I gotta say what's up in person sometime soon. It's been a minute. I had missed the entire tournament, Black, and March Madness. I will tell you every day, twice on Sunday. March Madness, my favorite basketball to watch. I like it more than the NBA. I like it better than regular college. I like it better than the finals and the NBA, everything. I like March Madness the most, right?
I like it more than any other basketball except the NBA finals. The intensity there is crazy.
That's the only time they play like them kids.
Right. Exactly. That's when they go hard.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So this tournament though, I found myself so busy, bro. I never got to sit down for that classic like 2-3 hours and you're flipping through and it's only the first or second round. So you're seeing like 7 games all at once and stuff and the buzzer beaters and the comebacks and all that. You know, I love that. And I did not experience any of that. So I was just watching the ticker basically on SportsCenter in the morning or whatever, on the news in the morning.
Right.
And so the one game I got to catch was that Miami game when it was their chance to get into the Final Four. Being down by 13, I'm like, maybe it'll be this game, you know what I'm saying? And I just stood there, I sat there and watched it, and I was so happy when they went on their run. I'm like, it's happening, It's happening, I get to see it. And I started bigging them up because I'm like, look, it didn't even take for me, one game for me to see what I wanted from that. You know what I'm saying? That's what was dope about it. So I'm kind of psyched for them. I'd like to see what they could do. Miami, UConn, could it be?
Yeah. Well, they playing next.
That's who's playing next. So
yeah.
So it's gonna.
And then Florida Atlantic versus the other weirdos.
Is it FDU?
San Diego State.
San Diego State. Yeah. So
just think of Gabe. Either San Diego State or Florida Atlantic is gonna be playing for the national championship. Guaranteed one of them. That's
crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was crazy to me when the ones were getting beat. I was like, oh wow, this is different right here.
I knew we had weak ones though. Like I never really liked Indiana's team. I don't want to get too basketball-y, but the point is that it's been a lot of upheaval. Normally it's entertaining, but I just think watching all the good teams like just crumble early just kind of took me out of it. Like one seed's losing and just first week, first game. Shit was weird, bro. I don't know. It's interesting to watch, but like I don't want to watch Florida Atlantic versus Miami for the national championship in basketball.
Yo, that's another person that I met on Friday. I got to meet Mandy Fitzgerald. What's up, Mandy? It was really good to meet you in person.
You met Mandy? Who's Mandy?
Mandy is a singer who does her thing in the social media space.
That's what's up.
Yeah, she know what she's doing out here. So salute to her for tapping in. Yo, Mandy, do me a favor and share this broadcast. Watch our numbers jump to like 38 because she got it like that, bro.
That's what's up.
Chris Pullitz, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. That's exactly why me and Black like it so much. You know what I'm saying? Because they hustle like that. You know what I mean? On point about Indiana. Yeah, man. I am I'm interested in what's gonna happen this year. So NCAA, I'm gonna say UConn, FAU, UConn.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Right?
Yeah. Weird. It's a weird year. Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, Black, as we move along in this world of craziness, and talking about basketball, you end up in a gym, and when you go to the gym, you usually go into the gym, because you're being athletic, or you want to do a workout, you want to work up a sweat, you just want to get healthy. So when you're rainbow haired and you're thinking that you haven't got enough attention lately.
Hold up. See, people didn't get the fact that I was rainbow hatted. They ain't get it. They ain't get what I was going for. Go ahead. Do you talk about it? Are you rainbow head and what happens?
You know why? Because we're missing Jay Arroyo. Jay Arroyo's always good for pointing out the hat game. He loves your hat game. UConn, Chris says, I agree. So yeah, Rainbow Boy went and got some video taken of him dancing with some homies and made it look like he was getting beat up and got mad attention for it. Talk about it. What you think about that statement?
You didn't even explain who you was talking about.
I did. Rainbow Boy. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Who's Rainbow Boy? Come on.
Lil Nas X?
Come on, son. We all know we're talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine. Going
Daniel
to the gym.
Hernandez?
Yeah, okay. Exactly.
What about him? He got beat up?
D hurt.
He got beat. What do you want me to say about Daniel Hernandez getting jumped out of LA Fitness while wearing biker shorts and a Montclair bubble jacket? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? It's not gonna sound like I made it up.
I think it was staged.
So first of all, Daniel Hernandez was in LA Fitness in LA with a bubble Montclair with biker shorts. Can we talk about that?
That's exactly what I'm saying, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. He said that shit. But go ahead. I'm ready to hear you talk about it because I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I have my thoughts. You know what I feel about it, so I would love to hear your take on it.
That is my take. The fact that you was in the Planet Fitness and a bubble Montclair with biker shorts in LA, 80 degrees outside is weird. Like the only thing you should be hiding is like your hair. Your hair is like, you know what I mean? Skittles, and you got your body covered up and you this big. So nah. I thought the video was interesting. You know what I mean? I thought the fans saying, don't get mad at me. I didn't beat you up. I'm a fan. I'm just taking video. World star. I thought that was funny. The reality is though, on a serious note, like my actual take is this, bro. 6ix9ine did something that people say that you can't do when you talk that street shit. We ain't going to rehash what he did, right? But let's just keep it like that, right? So from my perspective, whatever happened to him, real or fake, however you want to look at it, what should be happening to him if you follow the code of the street should have been happening a long time ago. So if the worst medicine he gonna get is getting kicked in the face 3 times at the LA Fitness while wearing a bubble Montclair coat and little Beanie Baby biker shorts, he kind of made out. That's all I'm saying. Like, how we still outside for real? By the way, how come we ain't got Zimmerman yet?
I don't know.
Can I talk about that? Because Zimmerman did something really fucked up, but he alive. I ain't seen him get stomped out yet. And I'm sure he don't be at LA Fitness, but he definitely be at Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme in it. He outside. How come he's still free? But we giving energy to that. I'm gonna leave that right there. I don't really care in particular about him as a person or as an artist. But if you know, on some street ish, he should have probably got stopped a long time ago. But let me know when niggas get Zimmerman. That's what I care about.
They not gonna do that. That's the thing, is that it won't happen to Zimmerman like that, because for it to happen to Zimmerman like that, he would have to set himself up, because I truly believe that it was all staged, man. 100%. I don't care what nobody say. He got everybody talking about him again, and that's what he likes. He don't even care, I don't think, about selling the music no more. Now he just wants to get the attention. He's just attention drunk. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I don't know, Black. I don't know, Mr. Tekashi. I don't know.
Man, he's only 26, bro. And you know, it's
when are you considered a full adult? When do we go, oh, he's this old, so now he shouldn't be acting like that? 30?
No, that's not what I meant when I said 26. I'm saying, like, as an example, he's older than a little baby, right? Like just perspective is what I'm saying. Like, he's still young, right? He's still young, generally speaking. He's still young, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would love to be 26 again. Sure.
If he was going to die of natural causes, you would think he got 50 years ahead of him, right? At least. So he got so much life ahead of him. It's kind of sad that this is where he finds himself, right? Like, how many people peak at 21? That's kind of the point I was making.
Right. She said, I just seen the picture. I don't even see the video, but I already knew it was all for press. Maybe.
Like I said, his security came out and talked about his role in it, and why Tekashi was buying something, all this kind of stuff. So if you think it's fake, more power to you. I don't necessarily think it was fake. I kind of listened to his security that he wants to walk around and say he does shit without security around to prove his point. And that security man was outside waiting in the car the whole time, like he said he was, and that, you know, Tekashi was inside working out because that's what he wanted to do, because he's an adult. Yep. That's what security said. Security was there. He was in the car. He was in the car when this happened. So
yeah, I heard that too. Shout out to the sponsors, Black. Always shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to Allcrete. Make sure for any of that concrete placement, any of that restoration you need that new footings poured, you got a new building going up, hit up Allcrete, just the way it sounds. Allcrete concrete placement. My man Ernie Carrillo will take care of you. And when you got to look good and go out after you're done building your building and Allcrete's done with that, you're going to head over to Marino's Barbershop out there in the Marshalls Plaza in Poughkeepsie. See my man Sal, see my man Mike. I got John over there. You know, in the world of barbers, right? They like to say there's barbers and then there's clipper users, right? So the barbers always make fun of the clipper users, and the clipper users never really want to mess with the barber's clientele, right? I feel that they have a perfect mix there. My man Sal is nice with the scissors, and he's super nice with the fades, man. That's who be hooking me up all the time. So see my man Sal and Mike, John, any one of them will hook you up and get that done for you. So set Marino's Barbershop. So as I say that, and I'm thinking about things in the back of my head and businesses and whatnot. And, you know, we got to talk about our top 50 list, you know. And when we talk about the top 50 list, one of the things that the Rec Boys actually was, shout out to the Token Hour podcast. Shout out to Julia Carrillo in the building. One of the things was including mixtapes, right? And we got into a little discussion about why we should be including mixtapes in somebody's whole discography when you're trying to come up with a top 50 artists all time, right? One of the online entities that carried mixtapes beyond the streets, right? So when people weren't checking for music at the bodega or at the corner store anymore, they still had a place to go, man. And that place was called datpiff.com. And you reminded me today that they retired the site. It's a sad day when you hear about that, man.
That's not what they're saying, though.
What are they saying? Talk to me.
What, on Twitter they said they didn't retire the site. They're having technical difficulties.
I hear it's what's the term? Sunsetting? Is that what they call it?
all I know is that I went to the DatPiff app and that shit wasn't working.
But it's been like that.
It's been like that for a little bit, yeah.
You know what I mean? and it kind of feels like a little bit of a give up move. So there's the archive on there is crazy, man. That would be a shame if it really does go away forever. You know what I mean? So if that's what we got to do, if we got to talk about Dat Piff to get the energy up about them up in the atmosphere in this earth of ours, then let's do that, man. Dat Piff, man, don't die, don't retire.
I think the utility of Dat Piff is what's killing it. Not just Dat Piff, but like my mixtapes, which is which is kind of replaced Dat Piff as the go-to medium to get mixtapes. Just because like you could take your mixtape and put it on a DSP and people will still get it. It costs you $10 to upload a mixtape. So and you could potentially get something back off of streams or downloads or the case may be. So like I think giving away free mixtapes don't even make any sense in today's age. Not even if you want to give away the music, just put it on DSPs, let Apple put it out, let Spotify put it out, let Tidal have it, because you're gonna make your money, the money back that it costs to upload it in the first place. And everybody's already in those ecosystems. So like I think that's what's really hurting it. Like there's no reason to go to Dat Piff. If I can go to Dat Piff and host my music there or host it on Apple Music, which has 200 million listeners a month. It just doesn't make sense.
Right. And I guess it I know about it, and that's kind of, I'm dating it. You know what I'm saying? Like, thanks. So I hear what you're saying, man. The consumption of music and the way it has evolved and moved over the last, say, probably really like what, 15, 18 years or so, this all kind of started happening. Migrating online, discography is available online, like on demand. You don't have to steal it no more. It's right there for you. Apple Music came along, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's taken a very interesting ride if you just sit back and look at how artists have to get this done. It's like it doesn't really affect the ones that are known already. That was, they were going to get it regardless. But the come up, I think it enabled a lot of people to do stuff, and ironically, it killed a lot of like careers and stuff. Like it's weird to me, So I don't know. What you think? I miss the days of waiting for the CD to come out. I do, and going to the store and copping that. You know what I mean, and putting it in the whip. How you feel about that? Did you know that life? We're like 8 years apart, right? So. Did you know
think?
That?
Hold on. First of all, you think we're 8 years apart?
Yeah, at least that.
Yeah, but more. That's crazy that you would do that to me, but I appreciate it.
He's 8.5.
But more. But listen, I don't want to go back to the days of waiting for the CD to drop because that was a trash time. I bought I shouldn't even say this out loud. I bought a Shaquille O'Neal album album for $20. Okay. Like CDs used to be stupid, bro. Like you was really spending $20. Like on like the Lexus was like $22.99. I bought Shaq's album for $22. From a Sam Goodman. I don't want to go back to the times when you're waiting for the music. You don't know if it's good or bad. You go to the store. You spend $22 and you get Shaq's album because he put out a dope freestyle and it's garbage. And now you can't get that back. And you can't get no bread off of that CD because nobody wants that. So no, I don't want to go back to those times. You heard me? I don't want that no more. What I will say is that I'm not a fan of gatekeeping in most mediums. I wish the gatekeeping actually came back. Music sucks. And this ain't like a get off my lawn kind of sucks. It's just that there's no barrier to entry no more. Right. Like we just talked about how it costs $10 to upload an album to a DSP. Right. And all you need now is you don't even need hardware equipment. Just give me Fruity Loops and a fucking $10 USB mic and just press record and you can put out whatever. And that's music now. And this is not an opinion. This is fact. Almost every new song that breaks on a chart, every new artist is breaking. They're breaking from TikTok, meaning they're not even breaking because people like the music. They get in big because people heard the beat and made a dance to it on TikTok, or made a meme to it on TikTok. The amount of songs in the hip hop top 40 right now, where I went to TikTok and it was 1 through 10 of the charts, is 10, meaning that the top 10 songs of TikTok, right, are all songs on the hip hop charts because those numbers count. And all these new artists are breaking from TikTok and making dance videos, or making car meme videos, or making funny cat videos with hip hop songs behind them. Like the shit is disgusting. It's not even about the music. That's why it's terrible. Not because the new generation doesn't have talent, but because the barrier makes no sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't even know how to fix it. I don't even know if it actually matters, bro. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, it
does. I'll give you Chris Pullett's sentiments on it. He says, unfortunately, streaming services make a shit ton of money, and artists and off artists and bands, etc., need to post on those platforms and have to spend more time touring and owning their merchandise to make the money that they used to come from selling and moving their CDs and stuff. Everyone wants a number one song. No one wants true art in the entire package. So I get what he's trying to say, right? So essentially saying that, you know, instead of investing in yourself as an artist and developing those talents, the ability to perform in front of people, to engage your fans, to be out there, blood, sweat, and tears, tearing it, you're just sitting back, like you're saying, and making the music that way. And at that point, you're not even, how married are you, you know what I'm saying, to that collection or that body of work? If you just
you're not, right? Let's talk about that, because you're not. This is why NBA YoungBoy puts out an album every month. That's not an exaggeration, y'all.
I know.
Every month he releases an album. It's literally his game plan. It's why he doesn't sign to a major, because he literally puts out an album every 4 weeks, and they won't let him do that. Every 4 weeks, music is throwaway, doesn't chart, none of it sells well, right? But he just streams all the time because he just floods the market. Music is complete garbage, right? But he's just saturating shit left and right. The artistry, though, like, let's take a second, take a step back here. You make really good points, but I don't think people think about it until they have to go into person to see their favorite artist perform. So I don't want this to come off as some shit nut Ice Spice, because I'm not. But she's a prime example of this lack of development. Have y'all seen Ice Spice perform?
No.
That is one of the worst things you will ever see in your entire fucking life. An artist.
Somehow I believe that.
But it's only funny, Gabe, until you spend $100, $200, right? And you're 14 and you're going to, like, oh, Ice Spice, I love her, right? She's a role model. I'm a young girl, and I go to this concert, and this is Ice Spice's entire routine. She stands still, right? Singing along with the actual song, not a performance track, just singing over her song. And then she turns around and she shakes her ass. And then she turns back around and stands still some more. There's no dancing, no choreography, no crowd interaction, none of it. No point the mic to the crowd. There's nothing. She stands still, sings over the track, turns around, bends over, shakes her ass, stands up, turns around, continues to rap over the track. You think I'm joking? Go Google it. YouTube it. Look at Ice Jam's performance at South by Southwest. Go look it up. Because she's had no development. Doesn't know how to perform. Doesn't know how to, bro. Has no stage show, no presence, no nothing. This is what happens. So, like, where's the value if you are a fan of this artist in that? You've already streamed that song that she had 50,000 fucking times. So if you go to an Ice Spice show, what are you getting? You're getting the version of the song that you like in the car, where the person in the passenger seat sings over the song, and you want them to shut up.
Big facts.
My song's playing, and I start singing.
Yo, Matt Santoro of the Talkin Hour podcast. You can check that podcast out everywhere, matter of fact. But him and Chris Pullis do point out the fact that, hey, we're men. We do like to watch our ass shake, though.
But bro, you don't want, that's cool for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go to, I'm saying, like, we are not Ice Spice target demo. Not in a go to your show way, right?
No.
Like in a watch my video for 30 seconds and say you got, clappers, cool. Right. But the people going to her show are girls. And a lot of them are young girls because she's young, right? And they know the difference between anything. Like, do a TikTok dance, something. She doesn't do any of that shit, bro. She just stands there and then twerks and then turns around and stands some more. That's embarrassing.
She got it figured out, bro.
Nah, she don't, bro.
She out here killing it.
That's just the bar is low. Like people want to have sex with you, right? Because they find you attractive. So you pop off because of that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And,
Sex sells.
Sure, that's fine. It always will. That's not an issue for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it has nothing to do with the artistry. There's nothing that she's bringing to a table. Like, even if you couldn't sing, but you had a fire ass concert or a show, you could dance your ass off. Like, there's value in that as an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
But just taking a producer's beat, saying really garbage bars over it, and then twerking for like 30 seconds, and then just standing there singing over your own song. How dope is that, Gabe?
Right. No, it's not dope. It's not dope at all. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Shout out to everybody across the globe that's listening to us. We got Wapter Music in the building. We got Cuzzo FM. We got Culture Shock Radio, the Tattoo Shop Radio, the VGN Network. Shout out to everybody out there listening to this show. We really do appreciate you guys out there in Germany, out there in Ohio and Canada and Guadeloupe. We across the world, baby. I don't know if you know, but we are across the world. So shout out to you. Shout out to sponsors, All Crete, Concrete Placement, and Marino's Barbershop.
Centura, I like where you at, brother. Like, show me you're terrible in bed without saying you're terrible in bed.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ice Spice performance makes you feel like there's not a lot going on there, bro. If that's how you put on a show, like I can see why Drake hit the dub. Like, I don't even understand it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Esperanza Ortiz.
I don't think the game, because the game, the culture is cyclical in a lot of ways when it comes to fashion, sound, sampling, things like that. I don't ever see the game ever going back to talent is the baseline. Does that make sense? Because the barrier is gone. The internet will never allow there to be gatekeepers again who dictate what is good and what is not good. It just won't work. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So like music has to turn into something that requires skill again. And the only way to do that is to be like, the only way you're nice is if you write bars using Chat GPT. Like, it's got to be something like you just can't do with a $10 USB Yeti mic. And until that bar raises again, this is what you have. This is what it's going to sound like. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. And you know what? I made a revelation, man. And shout out to everybody that's been spinning around this earth for a long time like me. I made a revelation that I think part of my disconnect from music, because I'm not into it the way I used to be. I used to be like a heavy, like hip hop head. Like, I knew all the lyrics. I knew when things were dropping. I could tell you people's discographies and all that. But I think where I started to separate myself from music is really when I stopped like going out, bro. For some reason, like, I used to enjoy going to the club and like vibing with the DJ, like, because I knew all the DJs, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, I don't know, like going out and vibing to the music and everybody in the building and that energy in there, that always got me going. I'm always a fan of that. I'm a fan of that to this day. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't have those same opportunities going out every week, twice a week, 3 times a week. You know what I mean? And like, it was always so dope to be in the spot and then hear that new joint get played in the club while you dancing on the dance floor or holding your drink, whatever you're doing. And that came on, it was always dope. I think ever since that time in my life has passed, there was a little bit of a disconnect with me and music, because I'm very much so about the vibe, So I wonder how much that's happened to other people across the world.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know, bro.
What? Tell me.
Nah, I'm just about the art. I'm less concerned with like the sound. I'm more concerned with the art of itself. Like, how do I say this in a way that makes sense? Like, you know how like rock music has evolved? It's not the same, but it's still rock music. Like, you're still playing instruments. You know what I mean? You're still singing over the tracks. It's like there's a consistent theme throughout it, right? Hip hop being one of the younger genres as it is, right? Is evolving, going through that growth, which is good, but it's just like morphed into like, it doesn't know what the fuck it is, right? Correct. Like it's R&B, it could be soul, it could be nonsense, right? It could be poetic, it can be, you will think that fluidity is a good thing. It seems like it has no actual identity at this point. I see it as a negative. Like, if you ask me what is hip hop in 2023, I don't fucking know. Not because I don't enjoy the music, but because I don't actually know how you quantify it. Like, is Rod Wave more hip hop than Lil Baby? Because them niggas both sound the same on auto-tune. I don't fucking know.
Right.
but if you go look at a Rod Wave album, it's considered soul.
Right.
He's not even considered R&B. He's considered soul, pop soul. And Lil Baby is considered rap. But they sound the exact same on a microphone. I don't even understand how you quantify it. That is not good for the proliferation of the genre as we know it. Does that make sense?
It does.
The game is fucked up. What is hip hop anymore? What is it?
I know. What do you think about Matt Santoro's sentiment here when he's saying hip hop started really stepping up his live performance game in the late 2000s with live bands and production? Now it's going backwards. It's a shame artists don't look like stars anymore. And that's interesting. That's an interesting statement right there. Artists don't look like stars anymore. And that's there's a direct correlation to social media there, bro, because but everybody's so accessible. It's really hard to look like a star right now. What's your thoughts on that?
No, I just think the stage has changed. Yo, I respect the opinion, Santoro. I really do. And I agree with you in a lot of senses, except the fact that you said artists don't like stars anymore. And I'm saying that you're looking for that standout on the wrong stage, right? The new stage of social media. I don't need to look popping on the stage to look like a star. I need to look popping in front of my Range Rover, in front of my Maybach. But for
that's how it be. Yeah.
Like people are famous for being famous. Explain to me when that happened, right? Like the initial influencers who? Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
And them, but like that's what 18, 17 years ago at this point. Those are the original I'm famous just because I'm famous. Like I'm famous for you knowing who I am. That's absurd, but literally that's probably half of your famous people today. I was talking before, probably a few seasons ago, about black actors, and I think this is important. We talk about black actors and we talk about comedians. Check me out here. Kevin Hart is like the last of a generation of black comedians who actually got the transition into movie stardom and making those kind of movies. Kevin Hart is like 43, 44 now, right? But remember, like back when he was young, there was a whole slew of them, like Lil El Rey, all them dudes come from that generation. They're all in their 40s now. Who's the next great young black comedian who's funny, who can go make funny movies? They don't exist because there's dudes like KB Lane and them on the internet doing this and making millions, right?
Yeah.
So there is no artist development. There is no learning how to act. There is no anything of going outside your lane, because why would KB Lane, who does this for a living on social media, who makes millions of dollars doing this shrug, ever be in a movie? Ever learn how to act, ever learn how to write a script? He won't, because the bag is there, right? So you're not thinking about it now. You're not thinking about how comedy movies are almost going the way of the dodo. You only see them on Netflix specials and shit like that with Adam Sandler and people who are 40 and 50 plus. You don't see comedies in theaters anymore. It does not exist. Think about what I'm saying. That whole genre is gone because people go to Instagram and YouTube shorts for their comedy fix. Right, and it's guys like Supreme One and people like that, Skin and Bone, all of them. Those are the new comedians, right? But you don't go to a live comedy show to see them in person. So who the fuck you go and watch at a comedy show? You're not going to. In 20 years, that's a whole dead thing because we embrace the social media aspect of it. It's the same thing with black actors. Remember when Michael B was like the new young kid on the block and you were excited about his growth and maturity? Michael B. Jordan is 36 years old. Who's the next great young black actor? Who is it? I'm talking about who?
Tariq from Power.
That's exactly my point. Like, it doesn't fucking exist because them dudes is on fucking social media making skits and reels.
No, I know.
I'm not saying this, and I'm gonna let you get the show back because I know I do this sometime. But hear what I'm saying, y'all. The same thing goes for music, but check it out with acting. There is always a next young non-black actor that's up. You're still seeing new young white actors and actresses and all them move into those spots. I'm talking about from this community, right? We already don't get a lot of people who get to be successful on those stages, right? So a lot of our entryways into mainstream is through comedy. It is. It has always been that way. Your biggest comedy, even like Will Smith and the Fresh Prince, like comedy. Use comedy to break through the door because comedy is universal and they would transition into mainstream and acting and do. A lot of them did that. It doesn't fucking exist. So where are your black actors coming from? Show me a 20-something black actor right now that's doing any kind of feature film. Name one guy in his 20 that's African American who was on a feature film at the box office in the last 3 years. Name one. Name one in his 20s.
The Get Out one.
What's his name?
I don't know his name.
I said in his 20s. I know what I'm saying. Name him. What's his name?
I don't remember. Do you remember? The kid from Get Out? I think he was in his late 20s when he did that, but I could be wrong.
I'm with it.
Black don't crack, so he could be fucking 61 and he just looking. Yo, let me read some comments while you look for that. Yo, Chris Pullet says that it's happening. He's a drummer himself. He's in an active band right now, and he's like, yo, there's a lot of stale rock music out there too. You know, sometimes I just feel like I'm like old dude saying, "Get off my lawn." We can relate.
I'm with you. I wanted to pull it, even though I knew the answer. I wanted to show you because I know I get why you said Daniel Kaluuya. I wanted to show.
Oh, that's his name. Yeah.
Daniel Kaluuya is 34, going on 35.
So 3 years. He was 3 years ago. He's 31. I was almost there.
But I said in your 20s, and that's kind of my point. That's sad.
Right. I mean, you don't think that the evolution will happen with those, fairly young actors that are on like the like the Woo series and BMF. You don't think those young actors that are playing the kids and all that will grow
because they being typecast, and they're gonna be stuck. Like that's not a.
I mean, because how about the homegirl though that went from Empire to BMF, the girlfriend? I don't know her name.
I'll give you that. Shows. I'm talking about movie stars, bro.
No, I know, but that's how we talk about getting in and getting your
start.
Yeah,
but like Gabe, the fact that you can't name one.
No, I know. Not my name. No, there's no household name right now. There's no
correct.
Household name.
Not one, bro. No, not one.
Right. I'll give you that.
Who, does Zendaya count?
I don't know any white ones either, though, by the way.
I guess Zendaya counts.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
they're out there. I don't mean to disparage anybody out there acting, doing their thing that's listening to this. I think we're just saying, where's the household name of the one that's on the come up? What's going on, Sal? We keep shouting out Marino's Barbershop in here, and now we got the one and only Salvador Carbone in the building.
Santoro says Zendaya counts. I mean, yeah, but like but Zendaya has been established for a decade. It ain't like she's new. She just started super young. So yeah, I guess she counts. But like that's crazy. And black actors in their 30s is probably a dozen or so who are about to age out of that bracket too. It's if you really think about what I'm saying, it makes sense. I'm saying that whole talent pool is not even being nurtured.
No, it makes sense. Shout out to everybody in the comments out here. I really do appreciate y'all. Esperanza says, he had another part in Wakanda. I don't remember his name. I think that's
Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya. Yeah, that guy. They're coming from Wildin' Out. How about that?
Everybody in Wildin' Out is 40 plus. Like it sounds weird until you think about it, but they are.
Or an ex-battle rapper.
Like DC Young Fly Autumn is in their 40s. It's not what you think. They've been around so long, bro. You just don't remember how old they are.
Yo,
DC Young Fly Autumn is 40. Charlie Clips is 40. Cannon is 40.
Sal came in here throwing around. He knows acting. So he's over here throwing around the names right in the comments. Shout out to Sal, man. Go cut somebody's hair, man. My man doing his thing. Marino's Barbershop. What we got? They're all in their 40s. We know what you're saying is true, Black. It's true.
The young kid on Bel Air, I like him. The one who's playing the new Will Smith, the new Will.
Oh yeah, okay.
I like him. I think he's funny. I think he's got time, and I hope that people like him. And I mean, those are TV shows, but people like him. People like some of the young kids from like
what about
Shy and shows like
the lead dude from Snowfall.
Yeah, Damson. I hope they take on actual roles and actually shift towards box office and big tempos. And there's another generation, but I don't see any of them being nurtured on the small screen. And I think, like I said, a whole genre of movies has just completely fucking disappeared. It has. Just like I think hip hop is essentially disappearing in front of our eyes. That's why I was making the analogy. Like, what is hip hop right now? Is it Coi Leray? Is it Little Baby? Is it the dudes that sing? Because they all sound the same. What is the identity? What is it?
I think it's all about where you put yourself as far as what you feel hip hop is today, because I'm more than certain that if I really wanted to, I could do what I used to do back in the day. Back in the day, we used to use Monster's Crib as the lab. and it became like the hangout, but the room had the whole setup, you know, making beats and sometimes recording things, and but it was always like ciphers happening, and just it was just real hip hop. It was just hip hop was happening. We were DJing, we were talking about, you know, tagging shit, you know, all those conversations are being had there. So like I'm sure that right now, if I wanted to go and get into the belly right now and go to that spot, go to a Tech Ones, you know, once a week and sit in the cypher over there and be freestyling and chilling and playing the newest cuts that came out and hitting rhymes back and forth and different beats and all that. To me, that's hip hop.
Yeah, but you only doing that with old niggas. And I'm saying that like not to be vulgar, but that's the truth.
It's true. We're older and more mature.
Having a rap cipher right now.
But that's whack. That's what's whack to me.
But that's what we've made. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what we've made the genre. It doesn't even exist. They don't even want to rap against each other. They all friends. There's no competition. It's just I got money and ice, and like there's no I'm nicer with words and none of that, bro. It's all gone.
Esperanza says that I think the only show that has good acting is Bel Air. I don't know if that's 100% factual, but I will say some of this acting on BMF, bro. You touched on it last week a little bit, but it's not just her, bro. It's not just
Carissa was bad. Listen, Young Miami was terrible.
Some of it is bad, man. Okay, some of that is just not good acting. Like it's weird. Yo, Sal, you're the best out, brother. Yo, I want to know who Facebook user is. My phone, my software is playing games, and I want to make sure I shout you out. So whoever said, yo, what's shaking? What's shaking? That sounds like something Shad would say. Maybe that's Shad. Shad comes out and says, yo, what's shaking like that a lot.
Shad, you need to get meta verified, bro, because your picture never shows up. Go pay that $7.99 and get meta verified. Get a blue check mark so we can see your picture, bro.
Yo, see this? Chris yeah, see, yo, do I know my peoples or do I know my peoples?
It's because he did your without the R. He just did your, like you knew who it was.
Yo, I remember when KO would say some crazy shit on cigarette breaks at Chet. Shout out to Chet, man.
Don't Chet bring KO out of retirement, please.
It was a pallet manufacturing plant. So like it took in pallets and repaired them and put them back out and kind of kept the whole industry moving as far as, you know, deliveries and goods and all that. So shout out to Chet, man. I made some good friends over there, but Chris Pullitz was there with me and we used to get it in. Shad, what's good? You missed me talking about meeting y'all, and I thought it was super dope to meet y'all in person. Energy was up and it stayed up. And I thought the picture that I have of us, shout out to fucking Mr. Catch Wreck though. The picture that we have of us four. What's wrong with you and Black not being able to look at the right camera though? What's up with that? Why are y'all Yo, Black?
Nah.
What are you doing?
Keep talking.
Now you know how to look at the camera, Black? Nah, I had to say that. Shout out to Chris. Yo, nice chain. If y'all can't see, that is a human being sticking a part of its body into the word you.
No. Say it proper. This is a man performing coitus on the word you.
In other words, sex you too. You see, Matt Santoro in the building. I really like this guy. He's touching on things that a lot of people are scared to talk about. It's sickening what I'm watching in the industry. So shout out to you, Black. She's feeling the vibe. She likes the conversation here. But yo, let me just say, that's what we're talking about.
Go ahead.
That's what we're talking about. That's
what we're talking about. I'm the most intelligent, ignorant person in podcasting. I look like I don't know shit. But I got a master's degree in theology. It's sickening.
Yo, shout out to the Let's Get Activated podcast in the building. I mean the Village Global Network's in the building. What's going on, Sam?
What's good?
Everything that hip hop has worked so hard for, it seems like it's slipping away. Listen, I agree with that and I disagree with that. Hip hop is doing what it's supposed to do. If we really take a step back, it's only doing what it's supposed to do. All right. It was never meant to be one thing forever.
I agree with that. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It was built it was created in the very fabric of evolution. You know what I'm saying? And you got to remember how young it is. It is so young compared to all the other types of music out there. You know what I mean? We're just celebrating 50 years this year. Shout out to the top 50 we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? It takes time for things to work themselves out. And if you look at rock stayed the same for a good portion of time. I would say like from like the mid, Chris Post will correct me. I already know he will, but I would say from like the mid 60s to about maybe like the late 80s. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It stayed the same. You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree.
Hey, I owe you. You know, like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm only playing. Shout out Ted.
Hold up. There's more to pull from, but like, even like 70s rock, when they was going through the hippie movement, doesn't sound like 80s rock. When it was doing spray gels, aerosol cans, like it's different. And it's changed just as fast as hip hop is. The difference is, like I said, the common thread. Like
the one direction, though.
Yeah, I agree. Like, rock people didn't start like playing church organs inside of rock music, right? We literally just started singing instead of rapping. Like, it's called rap. Hip hop was called rap for shorthand, right? We just stopped rapping and started singing. Like, think about what I just said. Like, imagine like it's rock and roll, but we don't play the guitar anymore. The fuck is that then?
Yeah,
that's not rock.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But hip hop was meant to be different. It really was. It was built that way. The way it was created was, moshing together all these different genres of music, Caribbean vibes, soul vibes, rock vibes, all these different entities that formulated and made hip hop come together. It could never stay that way. And then what's going to be interesting is that I thought that hip hop would forever have producers that were sampling the way like a Premier would have, you know what I'm saying? Where, they're taking a piece of the song and then creating a whole new thing out of it. Not like the Puffy way where you just remake the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it would evolve in a way more so of the Premier way, where we would take snippets of different stuff and then make it your own and produce something different out of that. We're going more the Puffy way, where it's like, nah, just jack the whole beat and the whole melody and everything. We're gonna change the words up. You know what I'm saying? Like that joint with Coi Leray, where she took the whole Busta joint. That's like her biggest song right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, but why though? Why you couldn't create a dope little beat? You couldn't find a producer that give you that vibe? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get that lazy with it? Like, come on.
I mean, she dropped like 4 songs in a row that went nowhere. So like the best way to get a certified hit is to play off nostalgia and make a record that everybody knows already. That's been a tried and true gimmick in this industry forever.
Maybe that's what keeps it going then in the long run.
I guess, but like, how many times do you want to hear songs? Like, here's what I'm saying though. Like, Gabe, we are pulling even the samples. We're pulling the samples from the same eras and the same time. We're flipping the same songs. If you think about like that song with Coi Leray, like how old is that original song?
Right,
40 years.
Yeah, 70,
40 plus.
Yeah.
Like, so like that's it. So like literally the first 10 years, 15 years of hip hop, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. They went and jet all the other shit that was rocking, the disco, the pop, the crossover joints, and sampled them and made records. And 30 years in the future, the best idea people got today is to do the same shit we did 5 times already again. Yeah. So like, you telling me in the year 2100, hip hop is gonna be sampling shit from 1975 still because we got no original ideas? You don't think about it in a bubble until you think about it. Now you sampling something 40 years old that's been done every 5 years by a different artist because you have no ideas. You're not actually creative, but you are the person in the forefront of music. That is what I'm talking about, the talent level, the bar, the gatekeeping. That is what's gone. It makes sense for Puffy to go and take samples from shit that he grew up listening on 10 years ago and flip them because that was new. It makes no sense, right? For your 21-year-old ass to be digging 50 years in the crates.
Right.
If you're gonna do that and pay homage, then you should be taking What's Your Fantasy by Ludacris and shit like that. You should be like in the early to mid 2000s sampling those joints and paying homage.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm at. But because those songs is based off of the 80s already,
Mm-hmm.
you just aping an ape that ape the ape. What the fuck is that? Where's the talent? Bro, that's what I hate about it. That's what I said, like the Santoro said, get off my lawn. Like, that's where it comes from. That ain't talent, bro.
Nah, I get it. And I agree with the sentiment that, it wasn't meant to be ran by no talent hacks. We want rhymes, not mumble. That's the part that really got me off hip hop for a while, was when mumble rap came. When mumble rap came, it was such a dagger in my back. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, all that time I spent penning those rhymes and making sure that I was making sense and I was actually rhyming my words and making sure that I could actually spit it, live in front of you if I have to. You know what I'm saying? All that time I spent doing that is all for nothing now. Y'all can just
no.
Mumble
rap left like 5 or 6 years ago.
But no, I'm just saying when that happened is when I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. No, I know it's gone now. Now it's gone. I think the gatekeepers of hip hop did a good job of getting rid of that, because I think you're looking at your Kendricks and your J. Coles, you're looking at those folks like, and Drake, you're looking at them like, thank God that they came with something to say and got rid of the mumble rappers, in my opinion. I think they did a good job with that.
I said this on season 1. I'm going to say it on season 5, episode 3, where we talking about the podcast every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Black People Time on Facebook and YouTube. Promo. It's going to be a sad day when Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Big Sean, those people like that, those 35, 36, 37-year-old rappers hang it up. And we ain't got long. Because right now, I think the only thing holding us at all in a place where actually saying words that rhyme and make sense matters is them. Because I and this is being honest. You look at the generation right behind them, right? That's Dirk and them, right? And they still rapping. Now it's more just Draco, but it's still words. You know what I'm saying? And all them kids is now like 30. They all like 29, 30, 31. Dirk and all of them, that whole era. After that, it's just singing. It's just melodic singing, right? With no consistent message, no consistent tone, no actual storytelling going on, what the fuck soever. There's no theme from bar 2 to bar 4. Ain't no setup punchline. It ain't even there. It's literally just in your, like, I fucked your bitch. I just bought a watch. Paddock, spit the block. Gotta kill the ops. They killed my bro. Fuck on a hoe. You know what I'm saying? It's literally just making phrases. There's no callbacks. There's nobody talking about in bar 8 what they did on bar 1. Like that, it doesn't exist. The artist storytelling, gone. Consistent theme of the song, gone. The name of the song doesn't even fucking matter because it has nothing to do with the content within the song.
Oh, gone. Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No.
So, like, when these people who are now in their mid-30s piece up out of here, holy fuck. I don't think there's anybody left that's going to keep that part of hip-hop in hip-hop because they have no reason to. Just melodizing, doing the ride wave shit is enough. That's what they're eating up.
Yeah.
That is the death of hip-hop.
Yeah.
My Demons Wear Christian coming out this summer. Yours truly. My Demons Wear Christian.
That's the name of the new joint?
I'm still rapping, yo.
Is that another project you're gonna do without a single video release?
My Demons Wear Christian. Already copyrighted.
Louis Vuitton? Christian Dior? Dior?
Exactly. And listen, it's double. My Demons Wear Christian. King Blackout. This summer, we outside.
You're funny. Listen, if you're listening in Germany right now, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate the fact that you've been hanging out with us for about an hour. The show is about to take a turn, you know what I'm saying? Because we're about to get into 3 the hard way. We're going to talk some more next week about our top 50. The one thing I want to say about the top 50 list is I think ultimately we are going to have to, shout out to Senior G, we are going to have to put sales as part of the criteria. I think we can vote on it, but I think sales has to be a part of it. And sales can't be encompassed into body of work. I don't think
they count.
So sales is going to be part of that. And then what I want the audience to vote on next week is, do we need more criteria, or can we just move forward with, it has to be a single artist that could have come from a faction, but just it has to be that single entity, right? The body of work is going to come into consideration with their mixtape world and commercial successes. We're going to somehow try to gauge the impact. And I think we can do that. I think we can do that fairly easily. But it is a little subjective as far as impact, because what impacted me hardcore maybe didn't impact Black that hardcore. So that's why I'm glad we have a bigger audience to discuss all this, because we can get a little context and see if it's jaded because of that, and then sales. So I just want to know, is that enough criteria, or do we need more than that to move forward? Let you talk for a second, Black.
No, you said it. I mean, it's the duh factor. Like, I know Gabe is struggling to quantify impact. I don't. It's just duh. If I say something out loud and the majority of people that hear me don't question it, right? And they're not ignorant to the subject, it's a no-brainer. Here's an example. Lauryn Hill only got one album. So by any kind of metric, when you're talking about longevity, all that this kind of shit, she wouldn't make it on a top 50 anything list, because she don't got the body of work. She don't got the records, all this other shit, right? Bet. But when I say Lauryn Hill's on my top 50 list, no one's going to say no, she's not. To me, that's a duh factor. That's what I mean. That's how you can gauge shit like that. It's a duh factor. I say Lauryn Hill, everybody says, yeah, of course. And she's only got one album. So like, that's how I get past people who don't fit nicely and neatly into a box. The duh factor, right? Can we get an R&B Black album? I said my demons wear Christian. You can kind of figure out what that album is going to be about.
Hey,
I'm not hearing me though.
Hey, yo, let's see. Let's add this to the stream. We're gonna do something real quick, because we do have to pay the bills around here. If y'all don't know, we sponsored by Marino's Barbershop. We are also sponsored by All Creek. We're gonna run this quick commercial. We come back with 3 the hard way. Stay tuned. We about to get it in.
Marino's Barbershop, located in the Marshalls Plaza in Poughkeepsie, New York, right on Route 9, open 7 days a week. Contact them today, 845-454-7226 for all of your hairstyling needs, installation and repair of driveways, garage floors, patios, sidewalks, walkways, and stairs, stamped concrete, color, seal, and epoxy. All Crete is fully insured, 27 years of service. Contact today to get your quote.
Ooh, yeah.
All I know is I need a new basketball court. So like, what's up, Marino? Oh, I'm sorry, All Crete. Matter of fact, I can get a haircut on my new basketball court like we used to do in the 90s. You know what I mean?
We did that. I definitely did that.
You feel me? So like, both of y'all pull up. I need a basketball court. You know what I mean? And while the fucking concrete is curing, cut my shit.
I don't want no hair in my concrete.
Don't want no hair in my concrete.
Listen,
look, that's called marketing and branding.
That's it. Shout out to All Creek. Shout out to Marino's Barbershop, man. Listen, we got something we do on this show. It's called 3 the Hard Way. This is where we try to mainly keep it to independent artists. Sometimes, somebody a little bigger might get into the mix, but for the most part, we try to keep it independent, not necessarily local. So across the world, if you want to send in your music and get it reviewed on this podcast, whether you in Germany, Guadeloupe, Canada, Ohio, New York, the whole Eastern Seaboard, the whole United States, if you want to get your music reviewed, send it over to podcast.finallytv@gmail.com. That's podcast.finallytv@gmail.com. You can send in that. We will most certainly play that. But also, if you're going to send in your own work, be ready for that. We keep it real on this show, man. We talk about it. What we talking about, Black?
What we talking about, man? What's this show about? I don't know what this show is about. Listen, if you've never watched the show before, I'm sorry. because y'all hearing a lot of weird stuff, and y'all might not even know it was gonna be weird. Like, this what we do, baby. This what we do. Look, it's season 5 of what we talking about the podcast.
Word.
My Chris Rock boy, yeah. Season 5, motherfucker.
Season 5. All right, let's
Don't
get
be
it.
sensitive.
Don't be sensitive is right. So we do something called this right here, right? 3 the hard way. Now, we call it 3 the hard way. First, we called it 3 the hard way because we just took 3 songs and we was going to break them down. Then we did 3 the hard way, and we took 1 song and gave like 3 different perspectives or 3 different pieces of critique to it, whether it was good or bad, negative or positive, right? This year, we put that all to bed, and this year, I think we're going back to 3 songs that we are going to look at and listen to with y'all, and we want to know your opinion. We want to know if you thought it was dope. We want to know if you thought it was trash. You want to know, you might ask, who is the one curating this music because he needs to get slapped around or he needs to be given a job, okay? So that's what this segment is for, is to just introduce you to some artists that you might not know, maybe get a little feedback on your own music or your friends' music. You know, you can send your friends' music in. Don't get it twisted. You can send your friends' music in. All right. So this is 3 the hard way. I'm going to give you this first joint. Let me go see if I could get this up for y'all. This is what's
why
up.
We got Tron graphics. Like, why does this look like 1987? I should be riding a motorcycle on the screen with really bad 3D effects. Like, what are you doing?
Yo, don't mind Black. Don't mind him at all. Don't mind him at all.
In a galaxy far, far away. Let's get to it. Come on, let's play some music, bro.
All right, man. Let me get out of this and let me get this going up here. This is my man Faisal. Let me get it right. Let me get it right for him. All right. Faisal, he's from New Zealand. All right. And this one's called F Pride, man. Let it go.
Before you start, Gabe, don't lose your train of thought. Why do we do this segment? Like, who are we to have an opinion that we should care about?
Well, I think I could speak for both of us, I guess. One, we are both well aware of what it takes to be a successful artist, whether we have done it ourselves in your case, or you have observed for, about 37 years and really taking it in, having worked in studios, having recorded music, having albums put out in your case, large bodies of work. If y'all don't know, Black makes music off makes money off his music. You know what I mean? I think the ability or the knowledge of how to get the music out there, how to get paid for that music. I think when you start to deal with music in that way, you're able to have a perspective that could be valuable to those who have never been exposed to those items and things. Would you say that?
I got a guitar in the background too, y'all. I'll be playing that sometimes.
See that? We're musically inclined around here. I used to write a lot. Black is still an artist to this day, recording music. You heard he's about to put out a new joint this year. And we know what we're talking about. And I think we're both intelligent and are able to give constructive criticism. We're not out here to just destroy people, even though sometimes we have to, and it's fun sometimes and it's funny, but that's not why we do it. We do it because we're trying to offer constructive criticism and or shed light on artists that nobody knows about that deserve the light.
Facts.
Anything you want to add to that, Black?
Nah, bro, you did it. Let's get rocking. Who is this other Facebook user? Who are these people popping up?
Say your name. When you see Facebook user, can you please pop your name up there, please? All right. Let's let me get it like this. I'm gonna go.
Tonight, cause we ain't going outside. And girl, you looking better with no makeup on. The things God gave you, girl, please don't take it wrong. I'm just trying to say that you be beautiful. Y'all don't have to worry, girl, just let it go. And I know the things he said, but girl, it isn't true. Don't let him in your head, girl, he's so typical. But I'm about to show you how a young nigga do you right. Building confidence instead of building on the fights. I could take you to the stage, we could see the city lights. He be trying to play these games, I be trying to build a light. Maybe we are not the same, he ain't even know the drive. What I'm really trying to say, he ain't even worth the time. Let me lay you down proper, then put your panties to the side. Baby, let me be honest, you should have never never made you cry. I can show you all them things if you want me to. I could take you around the world, do you better, boo. Girl, I fuck you in a way you could never do. Why you screaming out my name? You already know. I'm about to keep it real up by your side. Your body like a goddess and you beautiful inside. What I say, what I promise, and I'll be honest, you'll vibe. For the day that I told you that I'll be there until I die. Oh yeah. Well, baby said she'd ride out. Fuck pride, let it go. Come find out if you really wanna know. Cause it's mine now. Said I'm about to take control while she slide round up and down this pole. Ride out. Fuck pride, let it go. Come find out if you really wanna know. Cause it's mine now. Said I'm about to take control while she slide round up and down this pole.
Phasar, what's going on? It was Fuck Pride, Let It Go. I will say this. Aside from when he was coming out of like either that mid, it was like either a hook he threw in the middle there or just like a little bridge, and he was coming out of it and he started like more rapping than singing. He got off beat for a second, like the flow was like a little off there. But aside from that, man, I actually like this joint, Black. How you feel about it though? And that was Phasar, New Zealand in the building. What's goody? The people are waiting for you to talk. We know some of them are listening to, this audio. Okay, they need to hear words.
Yeah, catch us on all podcast services too. We out there, Deezer, Apple Podcasts. We out there. Yeah. My demons were Christian coming this summer.
All right. So what are you saying?
Every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Black people time, Eastern time. You feel me? What we talking about the podcast? We live, Facebook, YouTube.
Super fire. Super fire. Shout out to everybody out there in Germany, Guadeloupe, Ohio, Canada.
Bruh, when the video started rocking like a cradle, it took me the fuck out. Like the video was stagnant and then it started rocking it fucked my whole life up. What was happening with this?
I don't know, but it was swaying like a clock, and it was a little weird that why it was swaying like that.
Sway, Gabe. They only go in one direction, brother. They don't do this.
I didn't know what they were doing with the effects on that one. I ain't gonna hold you on that one.
Was he in front of a 98 Mustang? What was he standing?
I was gonna say, is that like some ill shit from for New Zealand? Like, is that some crazy? Is that some car that I don't know about? He didn't have a
t-shirt on either. I saw his belly button like 4 times. Very disturbing.
Did you like it? Did you like it?
I'm not even talking. Notice how I'm not talking about the music whatsoever.
So you didn't like that at all? That's interesting.
I didn't say that. I just said that
you're not talking about it. That's what you said.
I'm not talking about music at all.
Shout out to everybody on YouTube and Facebook.
Yo, it's giving scary movie vibes. Like, what you want me to do? Listen, here's what I would say. Did he rhyme his words? Yes. Was he melodic? I guess. Sure. Mm-hmm. Was the content consistent with content today? Sure. Was the beat consistent with beats like that today? Sure. I guess this is a mid song for 2023. I guess it sounds like all the other mid songs that I don't want to listen to in 2023. Is that what you want me to say? Because that's the truth.
It's kind of what it is, right? I think that I think the kid's got a good voice. I think that if he could dig a little bit deeper and find a different perspective or angle to come from, I think he could be appreciated. I think he's got a cool look to him that could be worked on, quite honestly.
What, baby Post Malone?
Something, what I'm saying? It's a look that can be, rinse and repeat.
I guess. What I'm saying? Bro, nobody goes deep anymore. Like, here's the thing, y'all. I need to give y'all my new perspective before Gabe is the next song, so y'all understand where I'm coming from. Y'all know I like music, lyrical, miracle, spherical, good beats, all that. Here's what we're gonna do. If y'all gonna keep being mediocre, if y'all not gonna talk about shit, if y'all not gonna be interesting, if y'all gonna give me crap videos, just do this. Be catchy. See, here's the one thing Coi Leray got right. It's interesting to listen to that shit. Mm-hmm. Like, is Players a good song? No, but it's fun. It's interesting.
Right.
Is that Ice Spice Pink Panther shit good? No, but it's fucking catchy. It's interesting.
Right.
So like, since y'all not gonna rap for real, y'all not gonna bring nothing new to the table. Since you gonna be melodic rapper fucking 4,575 million, do yourself a favor and take my advice. It's for all of y'all that's gonna send me mid-ass music. Be fucking interesting. No more slow beats, no more drill records. Give me nothing but beats that go boom, boom, that's jumping, and just say funny one-liners. Be interesting. In your video, wear a diaper. Wear a diaper.
You said be original, then you said be a diaper.
Just wear a fucking diaper.
Come on.
Be an Xbox fan and not a PlayStation fan in your video. Like, do anything that nobody else is doing, and I will pay attention. Because if you do this, which is cookie cutter, melodic rapper, 4,000,000, I'm bored to tears, and I don't give a fuck. Fuck your potential. No one will ever listen to you. You don't stand out.
There it is. It's you know, the only it's true, because if you really think about it, everybody, how many people do you know that say they take their music serious and they spend money on the studio, they spend hours on the road touring and doing, you know, trying to get shows and on social media pushing their music and, you know, doing all the right thing, and nobody goes anywhere. It's all because because it's boring. That's what it is. It's because it's boring. There's nothing attracting anybody to it. It might be good, like I'm saying about this kid. He's got a good look to him. He's got a good voice to him. You know what I'm saying? He's able to ride the beat. But the only thing is with the ride the beat is when he tries to go in between trying to rap a little bit and singing, that transition did not go well. So he needs a little work with that. But shout out to Phasar for sending it over. I appreciate that. And
I don't.
You know, I appreciate
not being nice no more.
No, but I appreciate the submission. I appreciate the submission.
Listen,
the engagement.
Send me your fucking records. Send me that record. Send me your players too. Send the fire. Don't send me no mid-ass record. I don't want it.
Yo, we moving on to number 2. Let's go. This is Ice to God. Love Me, Leave Me Alone. This is off his Fire and Ice Volume 2. Ice to God. Let's go.
Not gonna lie, I can't really front. Shorty, I've been through a lot. If you don't really care and not really there, I just need you to tell me you not. Used to be after me. I never thought you would laugh at me. How can I trust when the last one I loved, the relationship turned to catastrophe? What now? You're supposed to just act like my heart is for love again? The next one is lucky if she even found out my government. Yeah, I'm emotional, no holding back. Making it public, I'm never fumbling. I know it's troubling. Promise I die just for me to feel love again. Love me and leave me alone. Love me and leave me alone. Love me and leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Love me and leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Love me and leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Love me and leave me alone. Really thought love was a lie. Found out that love is a lie. Nobody was loving the guy. Yeah, I was mad and yeah, I was sad. Just sitting here wondering why. Like, why should I ask for forgiveness? Like, why I don't have any siblings? I gotta know why. It's not a show. And I'm on the island like Gilligan. Yeah, I was chosen. But like the roses, yeah, I am frozen. When I get on, I bring up my bros and calling my mom, I come with the roses. Living extravagant. Don't gotta worry about how many soups I got left in the cabinet. I am established, changing the game in a minute. You know that the God is the catalyst. Love me and leave me alone. Love me and leave me alone. Love me and leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Love me and leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Love me and leave me alone.
So Ice the Gizzard with Love Me or Leave Me Alone. That's off Fire and Ice Volume 2. It's available everywhere, Apple Music, the whole 9. Black, your sentiments on Love Me or Leave Me Alone?
It's just like Phasar, just slightly better in every aspect.
Just like Phasar, just slightly better.
Yep. It was the same kind of sentiment, same slow ass tempo beat, more rapping, a little less melody, but same kind of context. Video similar, just it was all the same but slightly better. I know what I'm saying, right? It's the same shit. Like the video and the content of the record.
Excuse me.
The video is not supporting the content of the record, right? Right? The visual is not supporting the content of the record. So we just saw this dude standing in a black Price Chopper parking lot talking about fucking a bitch in front of a 98 Mustang, correct? I don't even understand what that visual had to do with the topic. Or am I missing it?
I mean, I guess. I think it was like, love me or leave me alone, kind of like.
No, I'm talking about Phasar right now.
Phasar. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right? Did the video support the topic?
No.
Okay. So when I look at this, what I'm saying is that it's like Phasar, but better. But it's the same. I have the same critiques as I did with Phasar, right? Ice in a basketball court. Talk about love me or leave me alone, right? Bet. Is the video enhancing the song? Is it bringing something to the song? Yes or no?
I think what the video does is show that he's okay being alone.
Based on what?
That's because that in the video he's not with anybody. He's by himself the whole time.
Oh, you're gonna give him points for being literal. You're giving points for being literal.
Well, you kind of have to, no?
So if he would have stood in that Price Chopper parking lot with Phasar, where Phasar was, in front of the 98 Mustang, you would have also liked the video because he's alone in the dark?
I mean, to a degree, yeah.
All
because you don't agree that's supporting what he's talking about in the song, being alone like that? Because if he's around a bunch of bitches in the video, it doesn't make sense.
I'm saying that that the video does not enhance the record.
That's
I know
fair.
what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it did, like, yes, he was alone and the song is Leave Me Alone, Love Me or Leave Me Alone. I'm saying it didn't enhance the record.
Right.
It doesn't enhance. Like, remember the first time you heard Ashanti's Foolish? Like when she first broke? And you got the video and it's domestic violence basically going on, and the whole, you kind of understand what she's going through based on the fucking visuals. That's a visual enhancing a record. So when I say again, did his visual enhance the record? That's what I mean. So my critiques remain the same. No one's ever broke with a record like this. I'm not saying that that's what Ice is doing. What I'm saying, my critiques are the same. So this is not one of those for me, right? It's a good record. It's better rapping. It's. I guess I like the beat a little bit more, right? It's a little less melodic, more rapping, but it's similar. It's the same vibe. It's the same slow tempo. It doesn't stand out. I'm not drawn, if I didn't know Ice already, to go get more Ice, because this sounds like the same record I just heard.
I could understand that, because that is one thing that I wondered on, why a video for this particular one, because he has some really fire joints on that Volume 2 Fire and Ice. So I wondered why he picked this one to do, because I mean, he's got a couple of joints on that other joint that move, that are fun to listen to. You know what I'm saying? So it was an interesting choice to put a video out, visuals out for this particular song. But it is, to me, one of just like the album cuts. Correct. It wasn't supposed to be like a lead on the whole joint. So it was interesting that he chose to do a video for it. But my honest opinion is, like you say, I like the song. There's nothing wrong with it. And because I know Ice and I know what else he does, this is like a change up for me from what he usually is talking about and trying to do. You know what I mean? So for me, it's good. Like you said, it's not a great song. It's not going to make him pop. It's not going to break down barriers for him or anything like that. I totally agree with that.
Also, not saying he was trying to.
Right. No.
Right.
But he is a talented artist that has a lot of work out there. And I would like to know, like, what was the mindset? Like, why this one? Is this because you felt like the ladies would like it, or, like, I would like to ask Ice that. Ice is a cool dude. He would tell me to. All right, so our last one, bro, before we get out of here. This one is by an independent artist. He's a battle rapper named Cortez. He linked up with Yobi on this joint right here. So we're going to play a little Cortez. If y'all don't know who he is, get familiar. Battle raps is dope, but he makes good music. Check him out.
Yeah, Big said it was all just a dream. McLaren lift doors, jewels on, looking clean. Jumbo Chanel bag with shorty hold a thing. I'm respected by the rich and had rapport with the fiends. Bodies chalked over green. The money don't stop though. Thinking that she yours, but she not though. Añejo, straight now. She don't do the Blanco. Places you cannot go. Private suite, top flow. Gas and off, Vancouver, Kush in Toronto. It's half on the ticket. Cause out there you know the gas hitting. Even with bread, you should never act different. Learned that from Ed. Gotta focus on your business. Keep a flame on, but never burn bridges. We was trying to dodge prison, the product of hard living. Cutting crack on mom dishes, trapping off benches, and turned it to a Latin-owned business. Out the mud. Credit scheme, sell drugs. Hate to show love against all odds. Got it out the mud. Yo, the Henny had me bent. Broke nights on the bench just so mama wasn't late with the rent. Flights back and forth.
Woo! Okay. So that was Cortez. And right off rip, this is a guy who really is in the game and rubs shoulders with them. You know what I'm saying? And instantly off the bat, you notice the quality in the video. You notice the extra scenes. You notice you know what I'm saying? There is a polish and shine on this brother's work that is missing from the other two, right? Mm-hmm. Even the mix, even like the sound of it all, the mix is better overall than the other two. Now the first one, Phasar, that was just some Facebook video, so I don't want to hold him to like that's his standard. But I will say he put that out for people to consume. And when Cortez said, I want to put something out for people to consume, this is what came out. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? What did you think, man? What did you think about this song, Cortez?
Cool record.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's more traditional hip hop. Mm-hmm. Just I'm bored, bro. I'm so bored.
Yeah.
That's not a knock. So like this sounds good, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's rap. I can't muster up enthusiasm for shit that just sound regular. Like this is what this would have been the B-side to your single in 1998. And tell me I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. This would have been the B-side to the single. It's smooth, it's cool, it's got a female feature on the hook. Right. You're not really doing nothing amazing. There's no quotables in here. It's just kind of a smooth, kind of fuck with me kind of record. Those is dope. Those are cool. Mm-hmm. That don't meet the bar anything circa 2001. It just don't, right? It don't make it bad. It's just like that ain't it, nigga. This is okay, but it's just that's a B-side to your single. It's the shit that you playing when you rolling up, and you need those records, but you don't need those records. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Agreed. I agree with Matt. It probably was the best song of the three. Probably easily, but I fuck with Ice though, man. Shout out Senior G. Senior G's looking at me like, yo, y'all going over. You could always cut me off. If you cut off what we talking about across the globe, you're gonna get people mad at you, man.
Bro, you don't cut me. Let me get this. Put some respect on my podcast, bro. Put some respect on my podcast.
Chris Rodriguez says, that's an okay one. He's got harder joints though. He does have harder joints. He wants to hump you. Hump you, dude. Hump you. Okay. But Chris says that he has harder. He does. He has joints with Method Man. I could have played. He's got a couple of joints off his Resolutions 2 album.
Listen though, let's not get this jacked up. Mm-hmm. You can't criticize somebody for just talking that yayo talk and then get mad when they go a little bit smoother with it. I'm not mad at it. Right. What I'm saying is that there are so many different ways to paint a picture with the fucking pen. Mm-hmm. And when you're telling it like Cortez is, why do you do this? Mm-hmm. Like, fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can paint this picture in a lot of different ways, right? Or you could frame it. I don't know, with some storytelling, like traditional. I got out of prison, I'm coming home, and the video tells a story and about how you kind of saved me, you motivated me to do more, and you can frame that in a cool way, right? Instead of just talking about what you gonna get, shorty, You feel me? Over that beat, and it's just mad. It's mad. This is circa 98. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's regular. Even if he had the best metaphors of the 3 songs, it's just regular. It's a B-side.
He was rapping on there. Not that Ice wasn't rapping, because Ice to rap. You know what I'm saying? But Cortez,
he sounds like the aggression, the energy. It sounds good.
Yeah,
like he sounds professional on the record.
Yeah, he's dope. I like Cortez. If that's the first time y'all heard Cortez, go check him out. Check out his battles. Check out his music. He's pretty aight. Blackout, man, another successful show. This is what we do when we do 3 the Hard Way. This is the type of conversations we have, man. And sometimes it's not easy on everybody, who submitted the music or where we got the music from. So, but we think that this is important information to get out to the world, important perspectives to get out there. If you do what you do, don't give up. Just try to be better and do better. Black, you want to say anything before I get us out of here?
I sound so jaded because I keep hearing records that don't inspire me, and I'm not looking for like the Sistine Chapel level of artistry. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that even if you gave me like a Little Baby record, but you sounded as polished as those records that he put out sounds, I'd enjoy it. Does that make sense? Like if you're gonna give me that record, then make it sound just like that, like super polished, super clean. The melody is really catchy. Like I just want to sing along with you. Right. I'm not giving my bitch. Like if you do it, then I'll say it, and you know this too, Gabe. I'll say it on the show. Yo, this is Cookie Cutter 101, today's music, but he did it properly. Like you did it the way you're supposed to do it. That's the melody. That's how you hit the beat. That's how you attack. It's interesting. So if you're gonna mimic it, just do it. Like lean into it and be really good at it. Correct. You can't be what I could when I say mid. You can't be average with a sound that's already out and expect me as a person that loves music to be interested. Does that make sense?
Of course it makes sense.
So if if you just another person that can kick a football through an upright, what separates you? What gets you the contract with the Oakland Raiders or the Vegas Raiders? You know what it is? Can you kick further? Are you more accurate? Do you never miss? Right? Like something needs to separate you from the pack. Right. Think about that when you put out records and shoot videos. What makes this song and record and video different than everybody else? You can be the same when you're already on. You can't be the same when you're trying to break. It does not work. Right. You have to be different.
Right. Do something different. Get noticed.
Be different.
Listen, it's the What We Talking About podcast every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, being syndicated across the world. Shout out to Cuzzo FM. We got Culture Shock Radio, Tattoo Shop Radio, and Cuzzo FM. That's it. Oh, and Wapta Music. That's the one I need. So shout out to all those entities. Shout out to everybody in the village. Shout out my boy Blackout. Shout out Super Producer Big Angie, Hazel and Louie, and all y'all who tuned in today. I hope to see y'all next week. This was an awesome conversation. Y'all were killing the comments today. I loved every second of it. We really do appreciate y'all. So it's nothing but love. Please catch us next week. We'll be bringing you another show. Peace, y'all.